Hello everyone, this is Xephyr here, and welcome back to Monster Hunter World Iceborne on PC. I don't know if this video will be of higher quality or not. It seems to be an issue with the recording software, but I did a couple of test recordings before actually recording this video, and even though I saw a stutter in the video as it was recording, when I actually watched the video after, I did not see the stutter. So I don't know if it's just something that it is producing while it's doing the recording, but the actual video itself has full integrity now, or if I still have problems. It could be that I need to roll back to an older version. It could be a bug in the new version of the recording software. I don't know. So if there is stutter in this video, I'm sorry. I'll be checking it after the video to see if there's stutter. If there's not, I'm going to keep running with things as they are. If there is, then I might have to roll back the software and see if it fixes the problem. So I do apologize ahead of time if there's stutter, but if there's not, awesome. So, okay, what we did last time seems to have unlocked another quest from the, what do they call her? The Armory. I guess she's just the Armory. So it looks like we unlocked another quest from her, so we're going to go ahead and pick that up, and then we are going to be doing optional quests again in this video. I'm going bonkers here with all these ideas. I saw a hunter wearing an evasion mantle. Yes, I want this upgraded. And my mind was like, cram something in it. And Hunter, you bet your boots I'm gonna. Take care of the quest Proud White Knight and we can get to work. Whenever you got the time there, Hunter, I know everyone's not itching to get cramming, but you'd sure scratch mine if you helped me out. Alright, hunt a tempered Barioth. We're probably gonna do that. Oh, we got another one from her. Sweet. I'm going bonkers here with all these ideas. I saw a hunter wearing a bandit mantle, and my mind was like, cram something in it. And Hunter, you bet your boots I'm gonna take care of the quest, a nasty flesh wound, and we can get to work. Whenever you got the time there, Hunter, I know everyone's not itching to get cramming, but you'd sure scratch mine if you helped me out. So this is a tempered Odogaron. Alright, that looks like that's all of her quests. Okay, so we got two new optional quests there. I said I was going to do the one, but you know what? We really should move through things in order, I guess. I don't know. We'll decide as we go here. We still have a ton of optional quests to do, so we're going to get through all of them eventually. So let's go ahead and eat. This is the last day of the Full Bloom Fest, so we'll go ahead and watch this video again. Yeah, the Full Bloom Fest will be over in a few hours. I believe all the event quests will stay live, but we will no longer see the decorations or have access to the Full Bloom platter, which is too bad. Every time I see it, it makes me want a filet mignon. Alright. Let's see. So we are going to be doing optional quests in Master Rank. Oh, we got these in... Okay, you know what? They're 3-star. Let's go ahead and do them. So we'll start... Since we're already wearing a weapon that the Barioth is weak to, we'll go ahead and start with the Tempered Barioth. So the quest is Proud White Knight. It's in the Hoarfrost Reach. The client is the Celiana Armory. I've been going bonkers thinking about how I can upgrade your specialized tools. You get me the materials, and this upgrade will have you bobbing and weaving like there's no tomorrow. Upgrades the Evasion Mantle upon first completion. Probably Northeast Camp is best. That honestly seems to be the best camp in the Hoarfrost Reach. Most every quest in the Hoarfrost Reach going out to the Northeast gets you to the monster the fastest. Wait for it to load. There we go. You know, one of the other things that makes me a little sad, and this doesn't have to do with the recording software, but just thinking of stutter, they had fixed the little stutter issue when you chose your save file before, but it's back, and I hope they fix it again, because it's not a big deal, but it just annoys me when I load up the game that when I choose my save file, I get this little bit of stutter for, you know, a second or two. Hopefully I can figure out what's going on with this stutter, because I did want to record Final Fantasy VII again, but if I'm going to keep getting stuttery videos, I'm not going to do it because it's not worth it. Which kind of sucks, because I want to play that game. Barioth should be down this way. And even though it's just a 3-star quest, I'm terrible at fighting Barioth, and it's tempered, so this could go just horribly. At least it's a hunt and not a capture. He looks pretty big. He might be a large crown. Oh, I thought that was early. Wow, I can't even reach, depending on how he's standing because he's so large. Crap, that's going to make dodging difficult too. And I'm already terrible at dodging some of his attacks. Let's just go ahead and throw this on so we can make sure that our Clutch Claw will work, because I suck at it. What is that crap? I love that when monsters are tempered, their scales are just super sleek. I think it's a cool look. My aim is off, though. That stinks. Ah! Oh, I'm getting better at dodging that. Which is good, because that's honestly the attack that gives me the biggest problem with this guy. Whoa, what knocked you down? Ah, okay, I didn't realize there were Gacha Lock over there for their little shell shock attack or whatever it's called. Should probably grab my shinies while I can. At least the one that matters, which is the material. I don't care so much about these, but it won't hurt to grab them. Honestly, I'm thinking I might have to switch Shadow back to using the, oh, what is it called? It's the Gajalaka bomb thing. The tool where he throws bombs and then uses the, Meowcano. The reason I switched to the thieving tool is because I thought it would help me get shinies in like the Guiding Lands and on quests, actual monster materials. But it seems like it just gets me trade items and oh, turf war. And I'm not really worried about trade items, to be honest. Did it just like teleport because they started a turf war while he was up against a wall? I think it did. I don't know. I wasn't paying close enough attention, I guess. But yeah, I don't really care about the trade items. The money's not like that important because I have plenty of Zenny. So I might switch him back because the damage from the Meowcano Palico tool is pretty high. Like it's extremely useful, and it does shorten hunt times by like 2 minutes, I would think, just from the damage that the Palico outputs with it. So I think it might be a good idea to switch back. We'll see. And I do think that the thieving tool does get me maybe 1 or 2 shinies a quest, but it's just not enough to make it worthwhile over the loss of just straight up damage. Where did you go? There you are. What? You just stepped forward and I get stunned by that? What is that crap? And now I'm stuck in the tornado. This has got to be a giant crown. I've been finding more and more that if I have trouble dodging certain attacks that I normally don't have trouble dodging, that one was just bad timing, but if I do, it's usually because the monster's a giant crown. I've gotten a couple of giant crowns recently. Why? Just why? Anyway, I think I got a giant crown Velkhana, and I think it was a Namiel. That, like, the entire hunt, I was like, man, I'm not dodging attacks that I normally have no trouble dodging. I thought maybe I was just having an off day. You know, they happen. And then I got done with a quest, and they were large crowns, and I was like, oh, that's why, because they had a larger hitbox than I'm used to, and so I was getting hit. Which is kind of cool, you know? It's always good to get those large crowns. We're going to need them eventually. They're not, you know, something I'm going after at the moment, but, I'm gonna need them eventually, so getting them now, I'll take it. It's just frustrating when you're like, I dodged that, I swear I dodged that, why'd I get hit? like, oh, bigger hurt box. Got it. That's because it hit a wall. You know, it happens. Whatever. That's because I just couldn't roll out of the way in time. Like, there was literally nothing I could do. He's too big. Gimme. Aw. I thought that would work. It did not. Oh well. I want to do a clutch claw, but he's not leaving me an opening at the moment. Alright, there's my opening when he just... Oh, that stupid stagger because I broke a wing. Made his face not move where I wanted it to be. Oh, no, 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 no. There's my opening, though. Now, you're going into a wall. There we go. Haha! And I think we broke the face by doing that, so yay us. Okay. Going well enough, I guess. So I've been playing Persona 5 Royal off camera. Just because it's not a game, like, I originally had planned on playing it on camera and making it a series, and when I really thought about it, like, don't get me wrong, I like Persona 5, but holy crap, it would take, like, I think about 3 hour-long episodes just to get through the intro of the game, and I was like, I don't want to do that. That's a lot of boring content. And when I've been thinking about it now, I might, and don't think of this as any kind of guarantee, because it may not happen. It's going to depend on how I'm feeling and how much I really want to play it again. But I might go through it again in New Game Plus and record that, because then a lot of the tutorial stuff will be a lot easier to deal with, because I'll have my character, I don't think leveled up. I don't think you keep your levels, but I think you keep your social stats and you keep your persona catalog. So I won't have to worry about a lot of things, and I'll be a bit stronger and be able to get through things more easily, because I'll have more resources available to me. And because of that, I might feel more inclined to do a series of that. For me, I love Persona, but it's not Monster Hunter level for me. It's not something that... And unlike Monster Hunter, where, like, the tutorial still has a lot going on that's exciting, Persona, it's a lot of just dialogue. It would just be a lot of me reading slash us listening to dialogue, and it just isn't... It's not conducive to a good start to a series. So we'll see what happens. I'll think about it. But it was just funny because I originally was like, oh, I totally should make this into a series because I like Persona, and maybe then I'll go back and play Persona 4 as well, because Persona 4, even after playing 5, is still my favorite Persona. But I don't know. I do not regret playing it off camera because I really wanted to play Royal, and I'm really enjoying it. But the more I play it, the more I'm like, this would not be a great series for my channel. It just wouldn't. There's a lot of down moments in it. It's not like Monster Hunter where, like, every hunt is exciting because there's a lot going on and I have to, do a lot. In Persona, there's a lot of moments where it's just, you should go to bed, and just moments of sitting there talking to people and not really actually doing a lot. So while that's technically fun from a gameplay standpoint for me, I know it's not necessarily fun to watch. And I might have to maybe instead just do a bunch of cuts or something of the boring stuff. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I'm thinking maybe New Game Plus would be easier to make a series out of, so maybe I'll do that. This is why I hate Clutch Claw. I really do. I don't know why I keep trying it. It's so dumb. Freaking getting caught on the face, or you try and do it, and because of its new animation from having parts broken, it actually makes it more difficult instead of easier because its face juts away from where it's supposed to be. Whatever. I've complained about it enough in this series. I hate Clutch Claw. It's stupid, and I hope that in the next Monster Hunter, Capcom does not bring it back. It's just the worst mechanic. I know there are people who like it. I am not one of those people. Keep the slinger, though. The slinger's cool. I like the slinger in general, but Clutch Claw is good on them for trying something new, but never do it ever again. Bad enough that I don't ever even wound parts because it takes too long with longsword. No! Oh, wow. I actually still dodged that. Look at me. I got some talent. Oh, stop running away. Alright, fine, whatever. Trying to think what other games I'll clearly be playing after, you know, we eventually finally finish Iceborne. Obviously, I'm playing through Final Fantasy VII Remake. I have to finish Kingdom Hearts at some point. I don't have, like, any motivation to do that, but I'm sure I'll finish it someday. God Eater, I really want to go back and play and record, so maybe that'll be the next big thing. Thanks to how they've made it, I will not be playing Cyberpunk on the channel. I'll be playing the game, and maybe I'll do a review of it or something, but I can't play it on the channel, unfortunately. Honestly, I don't know if anyone will be playing it on their channels because of concerns about... Well, maybe people who don't monetize and don't care will play it, but anyone who monetizes probably won't because they'll be demonetized. Which is too bad. Oh yeah, I want to go back to the Gathering Hub. What am I doing here? Alright, so this will get us our Evasion Mantle upgraded, which is cool because I'm starting to use that again. I don't use it a lot because I haven't, well, at least not on camera, I haven't used it a lot lately because we've been doing easier quests that don't call for me throwing it on. Honestly, usually when I'm fighting a monster that I don't have too much challenge with, I don't use my mantles at all, which is just a bad habit for me to be developing when we have more harder content coming out. But as Arc-Tempered Namiel showed, when I'm really in a tough spot, I remember to use them. But on easy stuff, even if I'm having a hard time, for whatever reason, I forget to use them. But I am trying to use the Evasion Mantle more again because the Rocksteady Mantle, as people have called it, is the, yep, you're gonna faint mantle. Because instead of getting invincibility frames from knockback, you just keep taking damage. The Evasion Mantles I like because it increases my iframes. And then on top of that, if I dodge correctly, I actually get a boost to damage. So I had stopped using it for a while because I liked Rocksteady's blocking of roars. But honestly, if I can just roll through the roar and get an attack boost, that's way better. Yay, Evasion Mantle Plus. Man, I really want Evade Window on a set again. That's the only thing I miss about the Safi'jiiva armor. Like, I didn't like constantly taking damage and, you know, not being able to sheath as much. It was a weird way to have to suddenly try and play, and I got used to it. It was a lot more rolling to get around and just adjusting my combos, and it wasn't too bad. I mean, I used it for a while, but it just, I do prefer not having to worry about that, but the one thing I do miss is having Evade Window 5. That's, I know people think it's a crutch. I don't think it's a crutch. I just think it's an awesome skill to have. It's so cool when you can basically dodge through everything. I liked it. Maybe eventually I'll make another set that uses it again. It'll depend on what new armor sets we get, what skills they have built into them, and when I build out new sets. I do plan to make a set using Arc-Tempered Namiel's armor, or I guess I should say Namiel Gamma Plus, but I still have to farm it a little more. I haven't fought it since the last video, which means I'm still 2 tickets short of being able to make everything, 3 tickets short of being happy, because I'll probably need 1 extra ticket eventually for the layered armor when they release it. So I still have to fight it a couple times. Once I'm done with that, I'll make all the armor, and I'll probably make a set to use it. We won't probably use it a lot because the skills aren't exactly what I like to have, but I just love how that armor set looks, so we might use it every now and then just to look cool. Alright, a nasty flesh wound. Oh, it's in the Coral Highlands instead of the Rotten Vale. That's nice. So this is for the Bandit Mantle. Not something I'll ever use, because, again, it just gets you trade items, which I don't need, but I really wish it let you knock off actual shinies instead of trade item shinies, but whatever. Still good to upgrade it. It's an optional quest we need to do, so we're going to go ahead and take care of it. So the client's the Celiana Armory. It's in the Coral Highlands. I've been going bonkers thinking about how I can upgrade your specialized tools. You go out and snatch the materials I need, and I'll sneak an upgrade into your tools, which is the Bandit Mantle for this one. So let's check it out. Go ahead and eat our full bloom platter again, but we won't watch the cutscene since we already did once this video. And away we go. And yes, I know I didn't restock items. It's because I don't really need to. We didn't really use a lot in the last quest, and I don't expect to use a lot in this one. Though, now that I think about it, I probably should change my weapon. Oh well, it put us next to the monster, so we'll just keep using it. It's fine. Shouldn't make that much of a difference. The Safi'jiiva weapons don't have a lot of element on them anyway. Even if we changed, our damage wouldn't go up by much. Even if the monster's resistant to fire, which I don't remember if Odogaron is, but even if it is, switching to its weakness because of how little that element is on these weapons is not going to change much of anything. Raw is the primary stat, and the raw is high, so if this was a Kjar weapon, then yes, it would absolutely change damage greatly if we switched to its weakness or switched to a weapon that was more raw focused, but this is the highest raw weapon we have with crud elements, so it doesn't really matter. I shouldn't say crud. It's better than the Rajang's element stat, but yeah, element's so low that it's not going to make much of a difference. It'd be like I think less than 1% difference in damage. I should actually rephrase that. It would be, if we switch to the proper Safi element weapon, it would be less than 1% damage increase. If we were to switch to a fully upgraded Kjar weapon that was the correct element, it could be a greater increase. Actually, depends, honestly, because I don't know how much of a difference only having white sharpness and having lower raw but much higher element would make against Odogaron, because I don't know how truly weak he is to the element he's weak to, which, if I remember correctly, he's weak to thunder. It's one of the reasons why I generally stick to raw, even though longsword kind of falls in the middle of raw and element usability, is because it's not just whether the weapon hits fast, it also depends on the monster's true weakness to the element. Like, all the game shows you is that they're, 1-star, 2-star, 3-star are immune. But even if they're a 3-star, there are certain zones that are more weak to the element, and it also depends on, like, there's, even if there are more areas, there's specific numbers that are involved that decide, like, how much you're actually going to do with elemental damage, and it's the same with raw, but the raw numbers are generally higher, hence why people generally care more about the raw damage than the element. The reason there are weapons that care more about the element than the raw is mainly because those weapons have very low movement values, which movement values, if I haven't explained this before, or if you just don't know, movement values actually, they actually are the true effect on how much damage your attack does. A high movement value, so each attack in a combo has a movement value associated with it. So like the longsword's highest movement value, I believe in the normal combo, is the overhead. So that's where I'm going to do the most damage, no matter what weapon I'm using. I want to avoid this Nargacuga. Please leave me alone. I think the Spirit EI Slash and the Spirit Roundhouse Slash both have higher movement values than the overhead, but just understand that every attack in a combo has different movement values, and higher movement values mean more damage. Now, with weapons that have low movement values on all their attacks, because their movement value is so low, having element will be... it'll get a bigger effect, because the movement value, if I remember correctly, and don't quote me on this because I could be wrong, but if I remember correctly, movement values are for the raw damage, whereas elements only affected by the monster's weakness on the specific part you're hitting. So if oh, and your sharpness, because purple sharpness does also increase elemental damage, but so where your raw damage is affected by the actual movement value of the attack, your element is affected by the sharpness, the amount of element on the weapon, and then the spot you hit, how much elemental resistance it has. Oh man, it's hard to focus when I'm trying to talk about all these numbers and stuff. Anyway, so the reason like a greatsword cares more about the raw than element is because, one, it hits slower. So because it's hitting slower, it's not gonna, like for status specifically, which takes a lot of hits to go into effect, a greatsword isn't gonna hit a bunch of times, so status is kind of worthless for them. When it comes to element, it's because generally the slower the attack, the higher the movement values. So greatswords have extremely high movement values because they have extremely slow attacks. It's kind of that balancing act. So because their movement values are so high, their raw damage is extremely high, whereas their element is not going to be as high because it's not affected by movement values. It's just every hit has to do a lot. And because element, the way that it's calculated and all that, it's just better when you're hitting fast and you're hitting a lot. Whereas raw damage is better when you're just hitting hard. I don't know if I explained that very well, but just usually faster weapons are the ones that are going to matter for element, and that's not even always true because longsword's pretty fast, but even still, it's generally better to go raw over element. Whereas sword and shield, dual blades, bow, those are your big element weapons. I think light bow gun as well, but that's mainly because they get rapid fire. So I don't know. Is it because I'm hiding? I was like, why is that not healing my bleed? Jeez. So yeah, so I don't know that even switching to a Kiar weapon would be a good idea because having lower raw, losing purple sharpness, that might actually have a more adverse effect than getting, you know, 300 or whatever more elemental damage, or I guess 30 true elemental damage. But the whole point is, if I were to using a Saphy weapon that is not the correct element versus using the one that is the correct element, it's less than 1% change in damage just because the element value itself is so low. Alright, now that I'm done talking, I need to focus because I'm hunting really crappy here because I'm just talking too much and it kills my focus. That just makes me sad that that missed, because that was cool that even with him off the screen, I still did Foresight Slash correctly. It was almost cool. Go, go, go. I'd like to make up for how cruddy this video's been from, or this hunt, I guess, has been from me trying to talk while also hunting. That went horrifyingly bad. Man, I don't know what's going on. I normally have like zero problem with Odogaron, but for whatever reason, this hunt, I am just getting hit by everything. I didn't expect that to hit, I just didn't want to take damage. Yeah, get angry, it's fine. Turf War. Forgot these guys have a Turf War. But thank you for the free damage. Appreciate it. And then I missed my roundhouse slash, really? Wait. I cannot believe that the Paolumu tries to face off with it. You would think the Paolumu would just be like, I'm out. Goodbye. But nope. It's just like, hey, I'm gonna fight it. I could totally take on this big red flesh dog. Oh, you cannot, Paolumu. You really cannot. No. Oh, jeez. I thought he was going the other direction. My bad. Aim is off today, too. I think it's because I'm getting hungry. I always know that once I start getting hungry, my ability to play does drop. I'm one of those people that gets very hangry. The hungrier I am, the more irritated I get. It's frustrating because I don't like it and I don't realize it until it's too late. The number of times I've been bled in this quest is sad. I totally could have done a Slinger Burst. I thought I was gonna not time that right. Oh well. Where did his shiny go? There it is. See, he got hungry too, and now it's his ability to hunt me. I'm so sorry, buddy. And now he's weak. That's too bad. Alright, we'll chase after him in a second. Let's carve the tail. We'll probably have time for one more quest after this if we do an easy one, so maybe we'll do that one that gets the stone materials for the hunter's room. I don't remember what I have to hunt for it, but it should be pretty easy. Poor guy. That went horrible for him. Alright. That takes care of that one. Alright, I gotta get a drink of water here, so I'm gonna mute myself for a moment. Okay. Anytime that I'm at the monster and can carve it right away, I always hate the entire 60-second wait to get out of the quest. But anytime that I'm not near it or not near the tail, I'm just like, I need those 60 seconds. I need more. Give me more. It's like, oh, I'm never happy with it. Ooh, yay. Nourishing extract. I was getting low on that. As you could see, I only had 100. Honestly, 4 is not a lot, but I'll take whatever I can get. It's the one thing I'm surprised they didn't add to the Steamworks that would have been nice, is being able to get Mega Demon Drug, or even just Demon Drug and Armor Skin. Like, when they upgrade, like, the normal Steamworks I would think would be able to give Demon Drug and Armor Skin, and it doesn't. And then the upgraded one for festivals I would think would be able to give Mega, and it doesn't. And I wish it did. It's the one thing I wish was on there, because man oh man, I never have enough of them.
Hey, you.
Alright, what do we got here? One more optional quest. The Perfect Room Stone. Okay, so we have to capture a Tigrex. Great. Capture. Fun. Okay. Shouldn't be too bad. It's in the Hoarfrost Reach. The client's the housekeeper. P-U-R-R is in fur effect, with just one minor hiccup. A Tigrex. Nab that angry tabby while we sneak past to grab the goods. Room decoration added upon first completion. I have no idea what purr is, but I'm sure it's something to do... They probably explained it at one point, but it's something to do with making our room better, I guess. I don't know. Or we'll be fighting a Tigrex. I'm gonna stick with my belief that the northeast camp's generally the best one to go to. Though central might have been good for this. So we will switch our weapon to the Sapphi's Bolt Blade, which unfortunately is still the Sapphi look, not the Despo Bolt Breaker, and that is because we have not fought a Tempered Zinogre in the Guiding Lands. We will have to do that at some point. We just haven't done it yet. We're gonna need trap stuff. Okay. Let's eat, and then we will go hunt this. Alright, away we go. I really do love all the music in this game. Every time I play this game, I just fall more and more in love with it. Like, I'll take breaks from it because I'll be like, oh, maybe I'm getting a little burnt out. And then I'll come back to it and be like, how could I ever get burnt out with this? This game's so amazing. Oh, it's already got it targeted. Great. It's just something about everything with it. The aesthetics, the music, just everything's great. Hey, look, there it is. I will say, though, the one thing that's sad is obviously I have, I've mentioned this before, I had to turn off volumetric fog. So I'm a little sad about that because I do think the environments would look a little different with it on. We saw some of it when, you know, my early videos because I had it on for a while. But I can't say they necessarily looked better because I like how kind of clear they look without the volumetric fog. But the volumetric fog does add, you know, a lot of lighting effects to make lighting look more dynamic from where the sun is in the sky and all that. But I don't know, just having it clear and not blurry is kind of better. They just didn't handle it right, I guess, but that's okay. It's not like it was something in previous Monster Hunter, so it doesn't bother me too much. But I do wish I could have had that feature in place and it looked good, but it just, too many things looked blurry. The fog itself looked, or the lighting itself looked good. It's just that since it caused armor and weapons and other things to look blurry as you played, it just wasn't worth it for the lighting to look nice. But without it, man, this game's just so pretty. Everything, at least for me, I know my videos probably still turn out a little blurry, but for me, everything's smooth and clear, and the monsters look great, and the high-definition texture pack makes the scales, everything on monsters just look, they just stand out. Oh, it's amazing. And, I mean, because it's amazing, I didn't want it to be blurry. Why would you want something that looks so good to be blurry? Even if it does mean you get just those delicious, delicious sunlight dynamics. I don't know. I guess I just prefer the beautiful-looking monsters to beautiful-looking sunlight. No. I think most people that I've seen talk about it, and this is kind of how I figured out to turn it off, most people, I believe, at least most people, maybe it was a minority, but I believe most people agree that it looks better with the volumetric lighting turned off. Maybe they'll do better in the next Monster Hunter, or, you know, who knows, maybe they'll eventually fix it before we're done with Iceborne. I haven't turned it on since I turned it off, so it's possible that it has been fixed and I just haven't checked it. Who knows? Maybe I'll check it at some point. I probably should, just to see. They deserve credit if they did fix it. Or maybe they didn't think it was broken. Maybe, well, no, there's no way. Like I said, no one wants the game to be blurry. There's no way anyone prefers, you know, beautiful lighting but blurry game. And is the lighting really that beautiful if it makes everything blurry? Question for the ages. Bombaro, I really hate you. You always make everything complicated and annoying. Your armor set is so cool looking, though. Cool armor set, not a fan of the monster. And I should say, it's not... I like how Bombaro looks, I like its design, I just don't like that it annoys the heck out of me anytime it shows up. Huh. Maybe I didn't have enough spirit gauge, I don't know. I'm just surprised, I thought I foresighted that correctly. Ah, I was gonna do something cool and then I timed it wrong. And thus it was not cool. That was my bad too. I accept my stun. My bad. Ah, I always time that wrong. It's probably because I don't fight Tigrex enough. I don't have a reason to. Granted, that's terrible reasoning right there, because it is fun to fight. I should just fight it because it's fun. But, I don't know. I generally only fight things that I need materials from, because I still don't have everything. Eventually I'll get to a point where I just fight stuff because I want to. One day. What was with that little waddle that Shadow just did there through the water? What's going on there? Is it just too deep for him, and so he has to, like, shake his entire body to go through the water? Oh, that was funny. I enjoyed that. Please don't be waiting right up at the top. Please don't be waiting right up. Okay. You're basically waiting at the top, but you didn't come and attack me, so that's fine. I need something to shoot you into the wall. Here we are. Ah! Ah! Oop, I ran out of stamina. Oopsies. Ooh. Oh, poopy. Ooh, I'm glad I dodged that one. Oh, that's bad. Ooh, that's cool. I don't care. That's awesome. That was stupid of me to do, but it was cool that it worked. Shoot, I did that early. I thought he was attacking, not roaring. Oopsies. Ah! Keep timing it wrong. I will get better at that, I swear. That was unexpected, but I'll take it. That was not a limp, okay. Sorry, I just had to check. I was worried for him. I was like, is he limping? Do I need to cap him yet? But I don't. Not yet, at least. Oh, come on, really? As soon as I go to mine... Oh, and it got Shadow, too. That's annoying. Stupid Vespoid. You know, they weren't that bad in low rank and high rank, but in master rank, they are just the most annoying thing on the planet. It used to be the Hornitar that annoyed me because they would just like, I'd be carving or gathering or whatever and they'd jump at me and making me stagger, but for whatever reason in Master Rank, Vespoid have just been, they're just the most annoying thing possible. They just always do their little paralyzed thing, and it's always as soon as you decide to do something. Ugh, just stupid bugs. Though I do wish, if they're going to make them that annoying, to make their queen be in the game. Well, we haven't seen the Vespoid queen since Freedom Unite, and man, she is... At least she was annoying in Freedom Unite because of poor hitboxes, but if they want to make Vespoids annoying, at least give us their queen so that we can take out our rage on the queen. Because taking it out on just the Vespoid isn't as fun, because, you know, they're just Vespoid. They're, like, they die in, like, a hit, and they fall apart, and it's just sad. And I know we got the Grimalkine and the Gajalaka and stuff, but I want the Shakalaka back. Don't get rid of the Gajalaka, the Boa Boa, or the Grimalkine, but I want to be able to fight King Shakalaka again. That thing was so irritating in Freedom Unite because it was so small and it didn't look like it should be threatening, and then everything it did hit you for like a third of your health bar. It was just a horrifying thing to deal with, but fun at the same time. Honestly, I just want everything. Like, I love so much about Monster Hunter that there's nothing I don't want them to bring back, really. I'm trying to think of something in particular that I can just be like, yeah, you know what, that can stay away. But they've, like, even things that used to annoy me, they've improved and made not as bad, if not fun. So it's hard to really think of something that I'd be like, oh, there's no way they'd improve that to make it good. But, wait, is there anything that really... I guess underwater combat. I don't need that back. That was... I know a lot of people liked it, but, oh god. Dodging was, like, impossible in the water. The invincibility frames weren't as good. You didn't dodge as far. Oh, it was a nightmare. So that I think could just stay away forever, and I'd be okay. But I don't know if there's anything else that I outright can just be like, I never want to see that again. I even want Plesioth back. That's crazy talk. No one wants Plesioth back, but I wouldn't mind it. Hitboxes are fixed. It wouldn't be that bad. Bring it. Nothing special. That's okay. Yay, new decor material choices were added to your room. Alright, let's go back and check, and actually we'll just pan around here because this is probably the last time we'll be seeing the full Bloomfest until next year. Unless they decide to do like a repeat of festivals in a row like they sometimes will do. But here we are. This is the full Bloomfest decorations. It was a lot of fun while it was here. I liked the music. I did not mean to have that go so fast. But I enjoyed the music. I liked the character outfits. I like the decorations. This was fun. It was a good festival to have. But it's coming to a close, and that's okay too. It'll be nice not have to worry about daily bounties anymore. Not gonna lie. It'll be nice to be like, okay, I got an entire week to finish all these. I will miss being able to get gold melding tickets. I think I'm sitting on like 27, so I won't use them again until the next festival. I don't have enough fuel to keep putting into the Steamworks to try and get more, and honestly, it's super rare to get a gold melding ticket, and 10, I guess, in the setting I have, which is where I get 10 times the rewards but use up 10 times the fuel. I've gotten a couple of sets of 10, but I mean, that's why I'm at 27, but it's just too rare, and gathering fuel takes forever. I spent, I think, 30 minutes in the Guiding Lands and still only got like 16,000 fuel, which is one run on the Steamworks currently with the 10 times fuel intake. So it's like, oh jeez, it's a pain. So probably won't get any more gold melding tickets. So next festival we'll get more, and we'll be able to try and get some good decorations. Honestly, the couple of times that I've used gold melding tickets, I've not gotten anything special, so not like it really matters that much. But it's still nice when it does come up. So it looks like we did pick up a quest here from the Palico over here, so let's grab that real quick before we end the video. Outstanding work completing the perfect rune stone. You now have more furniture material to choose from. Allow me to show my appreciation. Please accept this humble gift, Meowster. Adamantine charm. Oh. Hooray for us. It's got a new quest. I forgot about those. Meowster, Project Ultra Resplendent Residence has entered Phase 2. We set out in search for light iron building materials, dauntless in our pursuit. But a peculiar-looking Glavenus daunted us. It daunted us bad. Please, Meowster, avenge your humble servants by taking on the quest, The Perfect Room, Light Iron. As soon as you have it safely snared, we'll dart past and have that metal mine faster than you can say, bag us a Glavenus. Alright, so it's an acidic Glavenus, actually, in the Rotten Vale. We'll take that on in another video where we do optional quests, which might be the next video I do. I'm actually enjoying doing the optional quests right now, and I really do need to get caught up on them. So we'll quickly look at this charm that we got. Adamantine charm. It gives non-elemental boost and bludgeoner. So that's not bad. That's non-elemental boost is a nice skill. Bludgeoner does what? Raises attack as your weapon loses sharpness. That's not so useful. Also boosts ranged weapon melee attacks and odds of stunning. Ranged weapon melee attacks. Really? Ranged weapons don't really ever use those. But, yeah, so kind of cool, not super useful, but nice that you get that for doing that quest, so, good enough. Alright, so that's where we're going to end, so thank you so much for watching. I will once again, if this video has stutter, I am sorry. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I'm trying to fix it. Hopefully by the next video I will have it fixed, or hopefully it wasn't actually in this video and we're good, so... Even if it wasn't, I'm apologizing again here. By the next video, I should have it fixed because I probably won't record again until I can record without having stutter. So, thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. You can also subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell icon to get email updates when I upload new videos. And of course, you can leave any comments or suggestions in the area below the video. However, that is all I have for you today, so thank you so much for watching. And as usual, this is Xephyr, signing out.